We're joined by Mike Cook, head soccer coach at the University of Central Oklahoma, ahead of the 2017 season. Coach, why don't you give an opening statement about your team before we start some questions?
Well, every year it's very exciting to get things going. We've got a great crop of returning players that we feel have gotten a lot of experience the last couple of years, had a great season. But we have a lot of incoming freshmen that we feel confident can compete right away for playing time and definitely add some extra punch to our team this year.
Starting with that senior group, just a few seniors on the team, but some pretty experienced players, some all MIAA players. Why don't you talk about that group and what they provide for the team?
Well, the big thing we're looking for this year from them, obviously, contributing on the field, but leadership. That's something that's very important to any successful season, that your upperclassmen are leaders on and off the field, set good examples, and push the other players and promote what we try to do here at UCO. Our class of juniors is very strong, and it's gotten a lot of playing time over the last 3 years, so we're really excited about them, looking for them to contribute right away as well. But leadership's going to be a key thing for us this year.
Yeah, the junior group, a lot of them played as freshmen. It's a larger class. I think it's your largest class. What is that experience they've gained where you've improved each of the last couple of years in making the NCAA tournament last year? So what does that group of returners do for you?
Well, you can just tell in the way they train now, the way they act on and off the field. They get it now. It's hard when you first come in to know what to expect. Each year they've gotten more comfortable with that. With the schoolwork and the whole, competing on and off the field with that, we really feel like, athletically, that's a great class. But with that leadership and the mentality that they've gotten over the last couple of years, going to the national tournament a couple of times, there's no substitute for that experience.
The sophomore class, obviously last year's their first year. They get the little bit of experience. Some of them play a little more than others, but they get to go to the tournament. So again, they have some experience. What do you expect out of that group?
Well, again, there's a few in there that right away contributed, and a couple others that had some good moments but didn't quite get it, adjust as quickly. So watching the mentality over the last couple of years kind of become tougher, which is something, again, we're trying to work on. We need definitely to be mentally tough each game, but also throughout the season. And the only way to get that experience is to be here and be part of that. So those girls definitely gain that experience as well.
Let's talk about the freshmen. You've got a pretty good-sized freshman class coming in. I know you want to insert some of them as soon as possible. What do you expect out of the newcomers?
Well, having started 2 programs from scratch, I have no problem playing freshmen if they're capable of playing. Obviously, they make some mistakes here and there, but this class is very, very athletic. Got some great size. Come from very competitive club teams and have played at a high level. And if they can step in and contribute and give us time here and there, or take someone's spot, that we're always about that here. Best 11 players on the field, and just getting that experience while you play. There's, again, no substitute for that.
One of the players, you have a junior. We'll go back to the junior class for a second. Killian has been very successful. She was MIAA Freshman of the Year. She's a 2-time All-MIAA performer. What kind of progress do you expect to see from her in year 3?
Well, we're really excited about Katie. Obviously, from day one, she's been good. We knew she was going to be a solid player, but I tell you, the things that, when you're recruiting, you can't really see always that heart and know that how that player is going to come out and compete. And she has got one of the most competitive drives I've seen. She pushes our team, and even as a young player, wasn't afraid to speak up and take leadership as well. We have told her that we want you to take over this team as a leader and be the leader for this team. Her work ethic speaks for itself, never takes a day off, has contributed on the field, so she has that cred with the team, but she's also the kind of person that we want leading. It's not something that goes to her head, whatever. She really leads by example, and is willing to do whatever it takes to help the other players have that same mentality. So we're looking for her to really step it up this year.
So she leads your offense. One of your defensive leaders is in a way, and it is a youngster still, Kelsey Gordon. She came on strong as a defender last year and earned all MIAA honors herself. Do you see her kind of improving in that role as a sophomore?
Definitely. Kelsey stepped in as a freshman. She's got a great presence back there, and just the way she plays, she's very composed. Never really gets rattled. Had a moment or two that we call it kind of a little freshman moment or two where she kind of looked a little overwhelmed, but not very often. And now you can just see that confidence in her as well. Hey, I played, I can do this. So I think she's going to be one that really anchors that back line for us. And we've got some players coming in and some experience from last year that, if we can find the right combination back there, can really, I think, make our back line even stronger than it was last year.
With goalkeeper, you have a senior in Elle Stover. She played a lot a couple of years ago, and then a junior in Allie Sauls who played a lot last year. So you've got experience there in either whichever one you plug in, you're going to have a solid keeper. What do you look at for that position this year?
Well, that's a crucial position. You have to have a keeper that just is solid across the board, makes all the basic saves. That's what we tell them. You need to make the basic saves, and then every now and then you pull one out of the hat for us and keep us in the game. It's wide open, honestly. We've had some injuries at that position. It's kind of the nature of that position. Got a couple of freshmen coming in that aren't bad and are athletic. So we're going to open it right up and say, hey, we want to have the most consistent, most confident, most aggressive goalkeeper that can help us, get each game under control. They need to really be in control of the back line, communicating in that. So we just need someone to step up there that's going to organize us and keep us focused back there.
The 2017 season will be the 20th season of UCO soccer. You mentioned this a little bit earlier. You started the program. You're the first coach, 1998. Now 20 years later, you're the only coach still. What does it mean to UCO or to you a little bit to be in the 20th program, 20th season? Excuse me.
It's very gratifying, very humbling. Again, I've started 2 programs and been able to experience just bringing in the players that I wanted, trying to do things the way I believe in doing them, and to be able to come to UCO. One of the things that's the most gratifying as you're recruiting players, you tell them, hey, we want you to come here, we're going to win championships, we're going to be good, and to be able to look a girl in the eye 4 years later, she's been to the national tournament, we won the conference in the Lone Star many times. It's very gratifying to say, we did what we said we were going to do. But that's just a tribute to the kinds of players that we try to bring in here. There's lots of great talent in Oklahoma. We try to, build with the majority of Oklahoma players if possible. But just for them to come in and be able to look back and say, I helped contribute to the success of that program. For me, it's just about recruiting good players, good people. It's a player's game. It's more than just soccer here. We want them to do well academically so they can go off and be, successful young ladies. So to be able to sit here for 20 years, see how far we've come, the facilities, the players, the success that we've had, it's very, very humbling, but it's been a great ride.
All right, 2017 UCO soccer kicks off September 1st. Good luck this season, Coach.
Thank you.